All right, going to be going over the short I took this morning on NQ. So we're going to start with the higher time frame and work our way down. So I use MNQ to execute, and then I just use NQ to chart. But start off with the monthly time frame. All right, so monthly time frame, we are above the opening price of our current monthly candle. Weekly time frame, we have this weekly gap below us, as well as this current weekly candle not taking the previous week high or the previous week low. So daily, we are in a range consolidating. So this alone already gives me a red flag. If you can't build a narrative, clear drawn liquidity in this range, then the probabilities just go slightly down. But this is where I started framing my narrative. So I'm actually going to do the replay button feature and then select the date. So I got into charts around 9:45 right here. All right. So 9:30 opened. We had a Judas into this 4-hour POI right here. Make this gray and then extend this out. So this is the POI I used to frame my shorts. So I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute time frame because that is the aligned time frame for the 4-hour. So 9:30 open, we had that Judas like this, right into that POI. We did have SMTs at the highs, which is something I noticed after that 9:30 open. So we did not take the high out at 4:30 for ES, but we did take it out for NQ. So this was our SMT at the highs. After seeing the SMT and the higher time POI, we also saw that change in the state of delivery on our 15-minute time frame right here. And this is where I started framing my shorts. The plan was very simple, right? I wanted to see a retracement up higher, retesting this 15-minute OB, and then looking for 1-minute confirmation to then look for shorts down lower. That was the plan. So I set my alert and I waited. So here we waited for price to practically just give us that retracement up higher. Once we retraced back higher into that 15-minute OB, this is where I started looking for my entry model. So here we had this run on buy side. So let me mark this out. So we had the liquidity sweep, we had SMT, and then we had a change in state of delivery like this. And this is the entry model that I use to always look for setups that align with where I want price to go. And then the SMT was at these highs here. So ES ran these highs while these highs NQ didn't. So this was our divergence at the highs. And then once we had that change in state, I didn't get in right here. I actually went market order because most of the times if I place a sell limit, it doesn't get filled. So if the risk is like around 3 points, it doesn't really matter. It's just I just click the market because there's no real point for me just to move my limit here for 3 points. So I just went market. Stop loss was at this swing high that took this swing high right here with the SMT, and then TP was down at these lows. Good risk to reward. And then during the trade, we had a little bit of profits, but then we came back to entry point and then we remain in drawdown until eventually we got stopped out. This was the trade I took. Honestly, this trade is very A+ for me. So this is the type of trade that I will take 1,000 times. But it just didn't pan out for today. And that's fine. We managed risk. We did our analysis. We took the setups that we always execute. And we took a small loss. So in fact, this is just a green loss. A good loss in my book. But yeah, that's the reasoning why I went short today, the small loss. And I hope you guys learned something from this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe.